how to start a painting and decorating business. I love your search. My name is Brando Linnick, coming to you from my home office here, and wanted to pull out the camera and have like a direct conversation with you. And instead of trying to absolutely bore you to death with a bunch of stories and metaphors and a bunch of like BS beating around the bush, I figured I'd just be completely direct with you without throwing any punches and tell you when it comes to painting and decorating as a business model. Having done this before, going back like well over 6 years ago, and it's a simple business to start. However, dealing with painting and decorating all the time, unless it's really a passion of yours, even though it was fun for me going back about 6 years ago, unless you're looking at franchising out the business, unless you're looking from a long-term perspective of franchising out, even with franchising out, you got to keep in mind you're dealing with supplies and equipment, employees, and you got to manage that. And when it comes to managing that, I'm just telling you, it can feel like grunt work. It can feel like you're employed to your business rather than the boss of your own business. And just from a business perspective, if you are looking at starting a painting and decorating business, if you're looking at this because you have a passion about it, comment down below. I'll point you in the right direction. However, for those of you, because I know there's 2 of you watching this video, those of you who are passionate about it and you really want to do it, and comment down below, point you in the right direction. And those of you who are looking at this because you really just want to start a business, you want to be your own boss, you want to be able to take back control of your life and your income. And if I'm speaking to you, alright, the rest of this video is directed to you. And I would actually advise you, alright, that you're watching this video, before you consider starting a painting and decorating business, before you head down this path dealing supplies, equipment, employees, all that stuff, which you're going to have to manage, and then it's going to take away from your time freedom, alright, time where you can do what you want when you want, alright. Before you consider this path, I've got a lead I want to throw your way here. And my story with this goes back about a year ago when I came across a person who was making a ridiculous amount of money without dealing with the overhead associated with a painting and decorating business, without having to buy low, sell high, without having to decorate anything or get supplies to decorate stuff, without having to deal with any of that. Alright, building a business on the internet, high multiple 6-figure income business, traveling around the world, building an income and a lifestyle. And because they were doing this, living in the kind of houses I wanted to live in, driving the kind of cars I wanted to drive, literally, money and time was not an issue for them. Because they were having this lifestyle, I reached out to them for help. I was able to get it less than 30 days later with their permission to model what they shared with me, created a full-time income business from scratch, working part-time. Now, I share that with you and it may come off like that's just easy breezy, the internet's the only way to go. If I told you that, that'd be a bunch of lies, alright? That'd be a bunch of BS. But I can't emphasize it enough to save you like a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of stuff that I had to go through. And I'll tell you, being your own business owner, dealing with supplies, equipment, employees, it not just limits the amount of money that you can make because you have to reinvest into the business and put money towards those things on a daily, monthly basis, but it also limits the amount of time freedom that you have. So it's just something you got to be aware of. And like I said, I'm speaking to those of you who are looking at it because you want to build the business to be your own boss, to create an income, which if that's really the case, learn to build a business on the internet where you can increase your profit margins and decrease your overhead. And if this makes sense to you from a business perspective on how to build a business to get the results that you want, to be able to do what you're passionate about, whether that passion is traveling the world, like my friend and good mentor now, who he introduced this to me going back like 15 months ago, whether it's to travel around the world, whether it's to learn a new language, whether it's to help kids out in Africa, whether it's to move to Central America for like the rest of your life, alright, whatever that passion is, whatever that drive is, best thing you do, learn the skills that are essential to building a business online. And because there's a lot of noise out there when it comes to the internet, best thing you do, connect with someone who's already doing it. Connect with someone who's willing to connect with you, who's willing to walk you through exactly what to do and how to do it. So, my friend, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just what's worked for me, and my personal experience I know can save you a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And if you learned what I learned, and you saw what I saw going back like 15 months ago when I transitioned from traditional to an online business, and this already makes sense to you, and you're interested, you want to learn how to build a business online, if you're willing to work, if you're willing to listen, you're willing to be coachable, connect with me on my site, obviously in favorable reasons, okay? I won't tell you to do anything that's not against your will, that's against your will, I should say. But if you're coachable, willing to learn some things, connect with me on my site, grab your training. It's 123marketingtips.com. I appreciate you for coming by. It's been fun, and I look forward to seeing your success story and seeing you on the beaches of the world. Take care.